Hey friends, I am excited to teach you how to create a one-sheet wonder Z-fold card. And we've got a little hidden pocket in here. I created some tags to go along with it, but this can also double as a gift card holder. So whichever way you need to use the card, it is a really fantastic card to create for the season.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I was supposed to be live with you today, but technology was not on my side today, and my cameras did not want to connect. It happens, but I have decided to just jump in. We're going to pre-record today's video because I don't want you to miss out on this amazing one-sheet wonder Z-fold card. We're going to be creating it as a Christmas card, but I think after you see today's video, the possibilities on what you can do with this card are absolutely endless, and it doesn't take a lot. An 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock and a 4 by 12 piece of designer series paper. That's it. This card even has a little secret compartment inside. I'll tell you what, let's head over to the stamping table. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Let's jump right in. So as I said, it is a one-sheet wonder, and that means we are just going to be using one sheet of 8.5 by 11. I'm going to be using basic white thick as my card base, and I've got a piece of designer series paper. This is a 4-inch by 12-inch piece of designer series paper. This is from Nest of Winter. And by the way, you're going to have all the measurements you need here on my free download. I'd love to give you guys a free download, and you'll have everything that you need. Plus, I've got a diagram that goes along with today's video. So I want to make creating and crafting super easy for you guys. There's also my oh so short and sweet supply list that goes along with this video. And guys, you can click this link, or you can click the graphic. It'll take you right to my online store, and you can order any of the supplies I used on my project today. I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I appreciate your support. With that, let's jump right in. So we're going to start with the diagram here for 8.5 by 11. And I do need to let you know, don't look at my diagram here. I realize I have a mistake on it. So don't pay attention to this. But I will have that fixed when I share the video with you. And we're just going to follow what the diagram says. We're going to cut this to 5.5 by 11. So there's my 11 inches. We will cut this to 5.5. Let me set this off to the side because let's talk about what we need to do with our 5.5. We need to score it at 2 3/4 and 5.5. So I will line that up at 2 3/4 and down here at 5.5, and we're going to give that a score. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this into 4 1/4 by 11. This is one of my favorite tips to share when it comes to creating a double Z-fold card. This is kind of the score one time, do one cut, and everything's ready. All right, I'm going to set those two pieces aside. So we've done cut number 1, we've done cut number 2. Now let's do cut number 3. We need 3 pieces. This is with what's remaining, and this is a 3-inch piece that's remaining. We need 3 pieces that are 2-inch by 3-inch. So these are for the tags. So if you're not doing the tags and you're going to do a gift card, you don't need to worry about this. This is the part where I missed something here. Oh, wait, let's go ahead and get cut number 4. Let's go ahead and get cut number 4. And 2.5, and we're going to go 2.5 by 2 1/4. Now with what's remaining, if you want to create that pocket, that's what you're going to use this for. So we're going to cut this down to 2 3/4 by 1 inch. All right, that's going to create our little pocket, 2 1/4 or 2 3/4 by 1 inch. My basic white is cut. Now let's come in and we're going to work with our 4-inch by 12-inch designer series paper. So I'm going to slide this up. I've got another diagram for you. We're going to cut a piece at 2.5 inches, another piece at 2.5 inches. Now we're going to do a 5 1/4 inch cut, and now we've got these pieces here. So I need a 1 inch. So let me get my 1 inch, and then I need a 3/4 of an inch. You should have 3/4. It looks like I'm just a smidge long here. Not a problem. We'll just cut that smidge off of there. So there's my 3/4. Now we need to trim these down. So the 1 inch we're going to cut to 2 5/8. 2 5/8 is in between 2 1/2 and 2 3/4. So there's 2 1/2, there's 2 3/4. We're going to come right in between. So that's my 1 inch by 2 5/8. And now we have our 3/4, and it should be 2 1/2 inches long. And so we had very little scrap here, guys. With that, our diagram is done. I'm going to give this card base a score. So or a crease. I'm going to fold it in half. And with my bone folder, I'm going to crease that. Now I'm going to take that 2 3/4 and we're going to fold that back. So that's going to create this. Let's go ahead. We're going to add our 5 1/4 by 4 inch designer series paper. This paper, by the way, it had no set pattern. So I wasn't too worried how I cut it when I first started. But what you want to focus on is you're going to want your designer series paper to be in a landscape position if your card has a pattern to it, okay? Because everything's going to be flowing landscape. Okay, I'm going to take another, this is one of the, what was this, a 2 1/2? Yep, 2 1/2 by 4. And we're going to add that to the center panel. If you want to create a pocket, okay, that's when we're going to go ahead and bring in this little strip. And we're going to need mini glue dots to add this because we want to be able to have space for our tag, our gift card, whatever. I'm going to put 4 mini glue dots at the bottom only, okay? We're not even going to go on the sides, but I don't want my tags or my gift card falling out. That would be bad. So we're going to add, can you see how I've got just the 4 mini glue dots right there? Okay, we're going to add this right in between those score lines. That's why we wanted to cut it just a little bit shorter. So you see how that's going to fit in there. I know it's kind of sticking up. Don't worry about that. All right, we'll go ahead, since we're here, let's go ahead and adhere the 3/4 inch designer series paper punch. And this is the Sparkling Snowflakes punch. We're also going to use the Sparkling Snowflakes stamp set. This is actually from last year's catalog, and I love it. It's a great punch, and it's a great stamp set, and it was perfect for this one. So we're going to take, if you're going to create the tags, we're going to take our 3 pieces of cardstock. These were the 2 1/2 by 3, or 2 inch, forgive me, 2 inch by 3. We're going to push that into the punch as far as it will go, and we're going to give that a punch. I'm going to repeat that with the other 2 tags. And let's do some stamping with a Pool Party ink pad. Now, I am going to need a little scratch paper underneath me. And we're going to start here with our tags. So I've got the sentiment, Let It Snow. I have Winter Greetings. We'll stamp that one there. And then we have Make the Season Sparkle. And we'll add that one here. Okay, and I love the pool party. I think it's just beautiful. We've got a small snowflake here, and it's the detailed one, not the solid one. I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm going to stamp on my tag. And see how that just leaves a really light snowflake in the background? I love that. And we're going to add one right there. Our tags, let's go ahead and set those aside. We don't need those for just a little bit. Now we're going to take our sentiment. And I do want to kind of let you see it's going to go this way. So you want to make sure you've got that going in the right direction. Winter Greetings. And I'm going to do that at an angle because I just think it's kind of fun. And we have a great big snowflake. Again, a detailed one. I'm going to stamp off and stamp that to give that nice pool party in the background. Okay, we've got one more thing to stamp, and that is this piece here. This is the Z fold. So this long piece, okay, the long area, you see there's my fold, there's my crease. So we want that long section to the left. And I'm going to say, Make the Season Sparkle. And see this panel right here? I hope that you guys can see the score line there. We're going to say, Make the Season Sparkle. And then we're going to take that small snowflake. We're not going to stamp off this time, but we're going to randomly stamp that snowflake all around, and then we're going to go on this panel right here. We don't need to get it on the long one because we're going to put designer series paper there. Ready to adhere this down. So what we want to do is we're going to fold the right side over to the left, and we're going to accordion fold back. All right, so it's going to look like this. So let me kind of show you. This is what we did. This is what we cut off, and now we're simply going to rotate it around. Okay, that's what's so cool about this. It was one score, one cut, and then flip, and that's how this is going to adhere onto the card. So we are going to simply add adhesive here, okay, to the one side. Here's that nice long end, 5.5 inches. We're going to line it up on the side and make sure everything is kind of lining up straight here. So there is one. And now this back panel, this last one, we're going to put adhesive on that, and that's going to adhere to the opposite end. So just line up. There we go. And that's the beginning of your Z-fold. Super easy. We're going to take that remaining piece of designer series paper. That's why I didn't want to add that one yet, because this is tucked inside. So we will add this piece, and that will go here. And then remember, we had that one last little piece of designer series paper. This one, we're going to adhere that right there. I'm going to go ahead and close my card so that I can add my greeting right here for the front. Okay, we've got that. Now I'm going to come in with some ribbon. I love, 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 pool party is one of my favorite colors, but I love this pom-pom ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this in a square knot. So I've got right over left and under. And when you pull, you want to pull straight up and down, not like this. We want to kind of create a little latch right there. And now we're going to go left over right and under. And when you go to pull, pull only what's in your left hand. You're going to kind of hold that in place, but that's what's going to give us that pretty square knot. We'll trim off the excess.
Don't forget to print or save the free download that I have for you that goes along with today's video. Guys, everything you need is here, including that fabulous diagram that I shared at the beginning. I'd love for you to have this free download. You can find it at simplysimplestamping.com, or just look down in the YouTube description. I've got a direct link for you.
So at this point, if you are going to use a gift card, it's going to tuck right in that pocket just fine. You are done with your card at this point. But I am going to go ahead and show you how we're going to work with those tags. I've got 3 pieces of white baker's twine. These are 8 inches long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the ends together. We're going to take the loop end, and let's come in through the back, just through the top there. Now you see those snowflake, what are those things called? Is that a fractal? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to take the loop right through there. And now I will pull. I'll just run that straight through. See how we're going to do that? And now I'm just simply going to tie a knot in the top of this. This is kind of fun. It's just kind of nice to be able to give like a little bit of something extra with your card. It's like it's got its own little gift. We're going to trim that off so it's nice and even. Simple enough. Obviously, we're going to do that to all of our tags. We get to tuck those into that little pocket, and your card is complete. Where are you going to write your message? You're going to write your message right here on the back. And of course, we love a card that is mantle worthy, and this card is definitely that. Even if you don't have the tags, it's still a beautiful card to stand up. So if you've given a gift card, and after they take that gift card out, you still have an absolutely beautiful card.
I hope that you enjoy the card today. And I am sorry about the tech issues with being live. It happens. But hey, if you liked the card, you liked the video, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. And hey, if you have not subscribed, why not click that subscribe button? And if you ring the bell, YouTube will even notify you whenever I'm back with a new video. And I'd love for you to be here. All right, guys, be sure to grab that download. Have a safe and happy Halloween tonight for my friends there in the US. And make it a great day. I hope you get a chance to create. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.